doubt this is able to wake them up.
Okay, so my only question is, last time I picked up a hurdy-gurdy crank of some great craftsmanship and attached it to my hurdy-gurdy. Does that modify anything?
Oh yes, this modifies all your hurdy-gurdy usage with a +1.
Great.
Yeah, you've got. Did you add the +1 in there or?
I did not.
Okay, so that's an 18. You begin playing death metal hurdy-gurdy music. It sounds clashing and wrong, and even as you play it, it makes you grimace in the way that you feel intense and empowered by how this sort of like makes noise in a way, and it's not that it's bad sounding. It's just that it's so powerfully wrong that it sort of rouses the two. And Murder Clock, you might or Mr. Locke rather, you might decide to be upset by this sound, as you've just been roused. A dark figure ran away. There's like some screaming going on. I don't know. How are you when you wake up? Are you happy about this sound happening in your ears just after you woke up?
I'm quite content to be like, hey, Bard, you got something there. I don't know about that, but here and now, and I am relaxed with this being chaotic neutral. The chaos I like.
Wonderful. So yeah, I don't know how you guys want to react to the sound, but it's moved you to wake up. Whatever dream you were having, whatever visions that were dancing around, sugar plum fairies and whatnot, you seem to be waking up now.
What is that noise?
Fellows, we've had an unfortunate turn of events here. You all fell asleep on the job. You're watching over us while we're enjoying our dreams of sugar plum cheese, and someone came and rustled through your things, and off he went.
Wait. I'm gonna search my pack. Is the orb still there?
The orb is most definitely missing.
Tell Cargo about it in the morning.
Oh, they took the orb. Did we have the cloth still?
The cloth? Who had the cloth?
Well, that was me.
I think
It was me.
yeah, you.
Is it in
No.
Yeah, it's actually, you wrapped the
No, I wrapped it in my tabard.
You have it in your tabard? Awesome. Okay, so yeah, the cloth there seems to be just thrown in the mud.
No.
There is in fact mud, by the way. The dew has loosened the soil in the nighttime.
No, really?
Yeah.
The mud. May I search the mud to see if we can follow the path of the naughty fellow?
Yes, you may search the mud to see if you can find the path of the naughty fellow.
Excellent.
So yeah, go ahead and make a search check. Why don't you? Ooh, that's a 5. You're able to find tracks all over the place. Your tracks, his tracks. There's footprints all over the place.
Everybody's tracks.
Yeah. So you definitely found tracks for sure. Whose they are, you're unable to sort of discern quite whose is whose.
Okay, so I having now stopped my death metal hurdy-gurdy music, I report to the team. So the mud here, I'm sure we're able to figure out where this guy's gone off to. I just need someone to help me figure it out. I'm not concentrating too well. That music took a lot out of me, you understand?
Oh, fine. Cargo will help. Cargo begrudgingly gets up and walks over, and I will also try to see if I can maybe spot a path that this guy has taken.
I'm gonna search with him.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and begin searching a path. Go ahead and roll some search checks.
Okay, well, I mean, if we just put in, 20 minutes, like, is this the same as searching a pile of stuff?
Oh, you want to take a 20?
Yeah, like if we just really, I mean, because the tracks they're not going away currently.
Yeah, you can take a 20. Taking 20 is definitely an option. Anytime you guys have the moment to take, as long as you need to do it right, you guys can take a 10 or 20. You guys are not being chased down by goblins. You guys take plenty of time to find the right tracks. You see a pair of tracks coming in to the area. One has it's a very interesting pair of tracks because you got like a barefoot, and one seems to have like what seems to be like a knit fabric, like sort of hard fabric on the other part of the track. And then as you follow the tracks, you're able to figure out where those tracks happen. They go to where Cargill was going, and then the tracks change so that they have two sort of knit fabric shapes being pressed into the mud there, and then follows about over to Miani, then goes near Murder Clock, and then bolts. So that's the sort of thing. You want to follow them away from the camp?
So I realized by looking at these tracks that this person had one shoe on and now they have two. And I look at my neck and immediately freak the hell out.
All right.
Sandal! Cargill just loses his mind and like he's going full bloodhound, like he's sniffing the ground.
Is that helping?
Can you actually like smell the sandal?
I love smelling that sandal. I would be able to smell it. I don't know if I can smell it from this distance. But...
I don't think that you really could. In fact, smell that sandal. I mean, I just don't think that your nose would be able to pick up after the scent had mostly left. You know what I mean? I don't think you'd pick up those fine molecules like a bloodhound really would.
No, that's fine. I can definitely tell that those tracks are from my sandal.
No, yeah, you can. You know that sandal. You know that fine sandal, which was once fine.
All right. Well, like you guys better follow them because Cargill he's on the trail and you're not going to stop him now. Somebody took his stuff. He doesn't have much stuff, so his stuff is important.
I'm like, all right, guys, we better stick with him. Like, I don't want to leave him on his own out there.
I pick up the cloth and try to get all that mud off.
No, yeah, you pick up the cloth and try to remove the mud. You're able to remove like a few chunks of mud, but I mean, it's still kind of dirtied the cloth. For sure.
So I call out to Cargill while we chase after him. Do you remember the man? What was he like?
Stupid. He made deal with dumb people. He skinny, fancy, hold pinky out when drink beer.
Oh no.
Did you get a sense of magic off of him? Was it clear that he was a caster of some sort?
Him not seem like Locke.
That's good.
Cargill says all this like dismissing. Like he doesn't even look at you when he's answering. Like he's just staring at the ground. Like
trying to find every sandal imprint he can.
exactly.
You found up
much
to
as
5.
Much as I feel bad about the theft of your sandal, big man, we also lost this orb, which seemed quite valuable and powerful and fiery. Gotta find that.
Yeah. Him take sandal and ball. We get you your ball.
I guess as long as we're on the right path. That's the most important part. Okay, so I guess we head out following the sandal, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. So Miani, you're sort of standing there looking around. What's going on? Did you happen to look around your spot?
Oh yeah, sure.
I assume you guys are taking this 20. I know that Locke did your knowledge arcana. Does anyone else want to do a? Well, I guess. Oh, Locke did an average search. Okay, you found the thing he dropped.
Nice.
It seems as he was casting the spell on his legs that caused him to speed up ridiculously, he dropped whatever was in his hand. Seems to be a small sort of like leather pouch.
Okay, I open said leather pouch.
It has a few pieces of gold.
I act like nothing happened and I pocket it.
Did you check your gold lock?
No.
You don't
Don't
want
worry.
to look at the gold at all? You don't want to count it or anything?
Not yet. We better keep going, guys. We don't want to keep up with them.
All right. You gotta go. Okay, cool. All right. So
The gold appears fine.
I mean, this happens just before morning, and as you guys are searching the area, you know, the sun's coming up, and it's a lot more morning. I know that though you were well rested, you still feel a bit groggy. Both Miani and Cargill. Lock-in resort. You guys maybe lost a half hour of sleep. You're not too far off of your resting. So you sort of wake up. There's clouds in the sky. You know, it's sort of a dreary morning. And you guys begin searching for more footprints. Now it seems after he cast the spell on his legs, it seems the footprints got farther and farther apart. It's beginning to get very difficult to figure out where one footprint happens and the next one lands. If that makes any sense. So do we have a survival check or a search check that you guys would want to make? Who wants to try to be the leader on where you guys are going?
Well, that Cargill was already charging off, sort of the de facto leader.
Yeah, can we convince him to go in a different direction?
You could.
You can try. I mean, it'll be difficult, but I think you can pull it off.
All right.
Because you guys want to go back to town, right?
Well, I mean,
We were gonna go back to town.
now
Yeah, at this point
Oof.
we're chasing after this guy.
now some precious stone, which could be potentially majorly magical, has been stolen.
Precious sandal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, like I said, Cargo's just searching. If you guys want to try and suggest that, maybe we just stop trying to search. Maybe the guy's already in town. Like that might work.
So yeah, so like Cargill's like, you know, he's searching. He's found like a couple of long distance footprints. He's starting to really start getting farther and farther away from camp. You guys gonna draw him back or what?
I kind of want to see where this goes. I gotta say,
Yeah, I guess we'll follow him.
I just kind of want to see what Cargo will do to the man when he catches him.
Well, he took my sandal, so I'm going to take his feet.
Now I gotta see that.
I gotta see that. All right, so you guys sort of, you know, pack up your stuff and begin going. It's actually pretty difficult for you guys to find each like footprint that lands on the ground. It's actually a good ways away. It seems like it's getting farther and farther apart. First, it was like a good 3 feet away, 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet. And the distance between each footprint seems to be increasing. Goes into the woods as the guys are sort of getting in there. The day begins to sort of mist. There's a lot of sort of fog that's sort of starting to sweep through the areas here, and sort of everyone has a slightly damp feeling as they begin searching the woods. You guys are, you know, running around looking through. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, are these footprints all like pointing in one direction, especially as they become longer and longer apart? Is it like a straight arrow, or does the person sort of move in a serpent-like direction?
He seems to be moving from, like, it seems that it takes a while for you to find, especially because when he lands, the front of the foot isn't pointing at where the next footprint is.
Okay.
It seems that he's sort of like leaping one direction, the other direction. It's hard to tell if he's doing a serpentine thing, or is he zigging? Is he zagging? It's really hard to tell, especially because of the distance of the footprints. All you know is it's a turd.
All right, I turn to the group and say, I'm sorry, I don't know any one direction that he might be going. One Direction joke. It's banned. Right.
Lovely.
Should get some cake on the ocean.
Cake on the what ocean?
All right.
So you guys begin like, how far are we going down to look for this? I mean, like, are we searching this into the end?
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
Okay, feel free to do me a search check. I'd love to see that. 9. You are having the greatest difficulty continuing to find these footprints.
I imagine this is going to be frustrating.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
All right, so maybe we should head back to town. That's where we met this man in the first place. Cargill, perhaps you could give a statement, tell the local constabulary all about this fellow. We'll see who knows what and find out what we can, and then we'll set out once more to find him, big man.
But he has my sandal.
Well, we'll have to come back for it, because...
You promise?
Well, we need to get the orb, so yeah.
Heronius promises for her, don't you worry.
I never said that.
Locke, what do you think?
I will come back. If they don't come back, I will come back with you.
You always have Cargill back.
I'll have my back.
Cargill, go with you guys.
All right.
As long as we can eat and take a nap.
We will feast. We will feast.
Throughout the day of searching, you guys have definitely become a lot less groggy. So you guys sort of make your way back over to the path. You've made your way south a bit, a little bit actually on the way to Brazen anyhow. So you make it back to the town of Brazen in no time. Let's go ahead and where's the little town of Brazen? Little town of Brazen. Where are you, Brazen? I can't remember which one it is. Is it this one? No. It's this one. I found it. All right. So you guys are all over here. Let me just go ahead and put us on the map. Show everybody what's going on. Yeah, this is sort of where we are a little bit. You guys are in the town of Brazen, small town. This is just a small section of the town. This is the part where the inn is, the biggest, actually fully structured building in the town. So anyway, you guys make it back to town with almost no problems. I suppose the only problems is the fact that it's a little bit rainy. That kind of rain where you're not sure if it's mist or if it's actually rain. But yeah, so you make it back into town, hanging out in town. What do you guys want to do?
Not go in the inn. Because I might have made promises that I don't want to keep.
They owe me free drinks for life. I'm going straight to the inn.
So do you look at the inn at all, Locke?
I do have an idea.
What's your idea?
Could I buy the inn?
It is likely. It is. Well, you know, there's only one way to find out, man.
We finally figured out why he's been hoarding all the gold.
I will chip in my half of Locke's gold for the purchase of an inn.
Half of Locke's gold.
Yeah, my half of Locke's
Morphos.
gold.
I play the long con, okay?
That happened forever ago. You didn't have a choice whether or not you chipped that in.
I can pretend.
So you guys sort of come in. Do you avoid the tavern at all, or you actually kind of, you know?
So what are the
eyeballing-
other buildings?
Huh?
And like how popular? What are the other buildings and how populated are they?
It seems that the actual inn bar type place that you guys ravaged last time you were in seems to actually be quite populated. It seems that there's a crowd forming in front of it, and the other places you guys actually aren't in there. So let me pull you guys back out here. Ooh. So there's some other places. There's a few like sort of shacks. They're mildly populated. People are sort of milling about the various places. There's some shops that people are sort of coming in and out of. There's a few shops where there's just guys like sleeping at a stall waiting for someone to come by. It really depends on what the place is.
So I think that Cargill said he was charging straight at the inn, right?
I'm walking straight at the. I need a drink. That's-
Awesome. As you begin to walk up to the bar, a really large guy who actually is another half orc. He seems to be wearing something very similar to you, in fact. He seems to be wearing a ridiculously large codpiece. He seems to be wearing the same sort of shirt you were wearing. He even has same sort of facial hair. The tusks poking out of his face are a little bit different, and his beard might be a little bit less full. But nevertheless, he stands there and he puts his hand out in front and says, "Cargill says only people on list are allowed in."
I high five him and say, "Yeah, brother," and I try to walk past him.
He actually grabs you and says, "No, you're not allowed in. You have to wait. People in front."
What? I don't think you understand. Cargill lost Sandal. Really need a drink.
At this point, you notice that there is a sandal around this man's neck.
I lose my fucking mind.
He says, "Here at the Glowing Rat Inn, you have to wait to get drinks. Glowing drinks take time."
I want to snatch the sandal off his neck. That's my sandal.
You're gonna start a fight with his orc? Awesome. Okay.
No, I'm just taking my sandal back. He took it first.
All right. Awesome. This is happening.
No.
All right. So so you guys are sort of standing around watching this beginning to unfold. Would you guys like to do anything, or take note, or try to figure out what's going on here at all?
I am a better listener now. Just
So I'd like to call out to the Cargill who is not part of our party and say, "Did you say your name's Cargill, man?" Hope they distract you from being grabbed at.
He's sort of quite aptly, by the way, dodges Cargill's snatch at the sandal, and says, you can see a look on his face where he kind of looks as if he's reading from a script. He says, "Yes, I am Cargill. I kill all the rats."
What the is going on?
Cargill, like a vein starts popping. He's not handling this well.
So yeah,
I was enjoying this, and now I'm bothered by this.
Awesome.
Somebody
walk
else
over
should
to him.
definitely go before me.
At this point, a familiar face pops out from inside the inn. You guys, I assume, have crowded around closer to the inn, seeing what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna move up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all sort of up there. Okay, so assumedly you guys are all sort of messing about in front of the inn, mingling in the crowd. And the guy comes out, and he's the owner of the inn, and he goes, "It's you guys! Cargill! Cargill! You can let them in! These people have made me money!"
what?
Damn right.
So he sort of lets you in, and sort of pushes you to the front of the place. Would you guys want to go into the inn, or are you guys not about?
I want
this
to
life?
throw a shoulder into fake Cargill as I walk into the inn.
What is this?
Yeah.
You bump, like a what?
So you shoulder him, and he sort of grunts at you and is like, in a familiar way that means "I'll kill you," in the same way that you grunt at everyone and say that you'll kill them. It's sort of mutual orc
Grunting.
Yeah. So he sort of lets you
I'm gonna
in.
Take him on a date.
He sort of lets you in, and in the corner there's this bard who is playing a violin.
Oh no.
And he's got this very wonderful hat, and he's got this huge feather, and he's just playing away in the corner, and he's singing things like "Little Bunny Cargill," hopping down the way, which, if everyone forgot, that happened in the first D&D game we played. You see a sort of hooded figure behind the bar who seems to be wiggling his fingers at all the cups, and they sort of begin to glow. And as you guys are looking around, you see there's a few rats. Actually, they're rather large rats running around the bottom of the bar. They're glowing. They're green, and glowing.
This does not bode well.
Why are they glowing?
Yep.
Shit, is that?
There's
what did I give them?
from behind in the kitchen, an armored, or at least it seems armored. It seems like the armor is actually made out of cheap fabric. Lady comes out holding a platter full of various drinks and steaming, ugly-looking food, and comes out and begins serving various people at tables. People are having a good time. There's some kids that are like playing with their glowing drinks, and the bartender says, "You guys have made me money. None of this would be possible. I don't know how you guys did it, but you've saved my life and my lifelong debt."
So what happened? My character asks of the bartender. I thought we ruined this place and we're afraid to ever come back. What happened?
He says, "Who needs a door when you're open 24 hours a day?" And he like gestures towards the front of the place, and the door that held open the door that to the front of the building is just like, it's gone. There's a dent in the wall where the door was smashed into it. He points at the sort of door to the cellar and says, "This is the perfect way for the rats to come in and out. You can see that the door has been splintered together, and parts of it have been replaced, but all along the bottom, there's basically just, it seems to be broken apart and missing and ragged. So the rats are coming in and out of the basement cellar door and just mingling with people. The rats are big. Some of them are chew on the door on the way out. They're glowing, which is the most notable thing, I suppose.
How big are they?
We're talking the rats were regular size last time, about your typical size rat, which is sometimes half a foot to a particularly large rat might even get all the way up to a foot long, I suppose. These rats are at least 1.5 feet to 2 feet.
Or was that all?
Yeah, I mean they're not huge or anything, but they're a little bit bigger. They're like a chihuahua. I mean, a little bit bigger than that.
I hate chihuahuas.
So really, what's the difference, right?
And he says, "Whatever you guys did has allowed me to make a fortune. This has become a place for people to come and enjoy themselves. Please, Bard, another song." And the Bard begins rattling off a song that none of you are impressed by or enjoy.
It's a violin, so.
It's a violin. It sort of squeaks at you. The rats seem to like avoid this gentleman entirely, even though he seems to dance around and pretend that he's like manipulating the rats in some fashion. It's just clear that he's not.
So Cargill, looks at the owner and says, "Okay, Cargill gonna ask what everybody thinking. Can we get drinks?"
He says yes. He yells out, "Sorcerer, glowing drinks, please, around!" And the sorcerer just begins pouring liquids into cups and wiggling his fingers, and it goes, and begins glowing. And he just starts proffering these glowing drinks at you.
What?
I hate to say it, but I don't think twice.
Oh no.
You guys might, but I wouldn't.
So,
right.
Morphous, you drink it, right?
Yeah, yep, I chug it down.
It is sickly sweet. It's almost like rich in like sugary sweetness. Although you can also taste the hint of that is booze behind that. It's definitely almost like a mead of some kind, like a sugar wine. And it sort of it goes down and it's kind of but it definitely glows, and you can almost feel the fact that it's glowing inside your stomach.
That tastes like crap.
All right, I gotta try to do like a knowledge check or something on this.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and do a knowledge check. Oh, you got it already. 14. It is dumb magic here this guy is using. It is 100% an illusion.
Ah.
It's 100% an illusion. There is nothing in there.
Bang it back.
You bang it back. It's this sugary sweet. Same thing I described to Cargill. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best by any means drink you've ever had.
All right.